The strong storms toppled trees and sent people running for cover as they smashed through homes. Timonium Lutherville was especially hard hit.
And the wind blew harder than I'd ever seen it blow before, so I just went in the basement in case it was a tornado, and there was water leaking through the roof. And then there was like tree limbs sticking through my daughter's bedroom.
Fell right through the house, right through the master bedroom.
The tree that fell on this Hyundai killed middle schooler Aji Lawrence and injured her mother and two of her sisters.
I kicked through, there was trees down across the road.
Doug Numbers lives across the street.
It was bad. I mean, it's amazing that the rest of the people in the car survived. If you saw the roof of the car and all and everything, the way it was caved in, I mean, just wrong place, wrong time. You never know.
It was raining so hard here that cars had to pull off the road, including the one with Aji inside, and that is when the tree came down and crushed her to death. Aji was just 2 miles from her home. She was an 8th grader at Cockeysville Middle.
Totally unexpected. I don't know how you handle it. My wife is still distraught. She's, all night. She was like, I can't imagine what that mother must be going through. And all, she was, she's been distraught all night because she thinks of their children.
Just before sunset Thursday, many saw this, a rainbow. Now the cleanup. Sky Chopper 13 shows you crews restoring power and picking up debris after another fast-moving summer storm causes major damage in central Maryland.
Their chants echoed throughout the streets of Baltimore, but their voices are being heard across the country. This was the scene at Patterson Park as hundreds of immigrants joined together in solidarity.
This country is built of immigrants.
Thursday was organized as a day without immigrants, many walking off their jobs and out of classes, taking an economic boycott.
We are supporting our friends and families and neighbors, so we don't have any more deportations here in the city.
Lilia Torres says she lost her job in Fells Point just for taking off.
And she said that if you don't come into work, then you lose your job. So she took that risk.
But other restaurants in Baltimore showed their support. Some, like Ama Casina Latina in Canton, shut down for the day.
It means a lot to me because this is the land of opportunities, it's the land of freedom.
Reminding the public just how important immigrants are.
Our team in general in the kitchen, they all come from different parts of South America and Central America.
The march here in Baltimore is just one of many taking place across the country on Thursday. From San Francisco to North Carolina. Latino! It was a similar scene, thousands nationwide, standing tall against Trump's crackdown, one that's brought them anxiety and nerves like never before.
It's frightening. People are really legitimately scared that they may be next.
Sky Chopper 13 over steam erupting from the ground like a geyser on Utah Street less than a mile from Camden Yards.
We have an explosion from the street.
First responders immediately taking action as heavy steam blanketed surrounding hotels and cars. Firefighters dousing them with water to keep them from melting.
It's created a hole approximately 20 feet by 20 feet. It is active at this time.
Baltimore fire officials confirming the cause of the chaos, a steam pipe explosion.
Right now we have 3 patients.
At least 5 people were hurt in the blast.
We really did dodge a bullet today. The injuries we had were all right now considered low-level injuries.
WJZ obtaining these photos of the victims being transported by EMS. Mayor Catherine Pugh expressing relief there were no fatalities.
I'm just glad that the citizens of Baltimore are safe. Those who are attending our Orioles game are safe. I think that we've really dodged a major catastrophe here.
Veolia North America, which operates the city's steam pipe network, telling WJZ they had to cut off the steam in the area so crews could begin their work. The company is now conducting a forensic investigation to determine what went wrong. As fire officials work to figure out the cause of the massive steam explosion, the effort now turns to cleanup. And as you can see by the amount of debris, there's quite a lot of it to do. Baltimore Gas and Electric also responding, but they tell us it does not appear their systems were involved. All the while, people who caught a glimpse of the scene are still floored by it all. Ever seen anything like this?
Never seen anything like that in my life. Never.
For hours Friday, this was the scene along Constitution Ave in the nation's capital. Hundreds of thousands of people making their voices heard in support of anti-abortion.
Life is beautiful, and life should just be appreciated.
The 44th annual March for Life brought one of its biggest crowds in years, drawing thousands from the Charm City area alone, including Natasha Wilson with the Archdiocese of Baltimore. How important is it for Baltimore to be represented here today?
It's very important for Baltimore to be represented here today, and it's well represented.
Stressing just how crucial it is to value life.
We are made, especially as women, to just nurture life.
A statement Father James Borick in St. John the Evangelist Church in Severna Park echoes.
The babies in the womb, they can't speak up for themselves, but we certainly can.
When you stand up here, you get an idea of just how massive the crowds are. When you step down and come out into the street and you start to talk to some of these people, you get an idea of where they're from. People from all over the country, North Carolina, Cincinnati, New York, Philadelphia, the Baltimore area. Everyone today coming together, and everyone very peaceful. Outside of the march, there's already serious talk of defunding Planned Parenthood. What Maryland officials know could soon be reality with the Trump administration.
We know it is a very real threat.
A clash on abortion rights they're taking head on.
We've been at this fight for 100 years. We'll continue to keep the doors open.
And the march ended outside the U.S. Supreme Court.